the best electric appliances made present Ethel and Albert. Starring Peg Lynch and Alan Buck. Directed by Walter Hart. Written by Peg Lynch. And brought to you by Sunbeam, the product's highest in quality. The famed mix master, the great coffee master. It's Sunbeam every time, that's for me. Iron, steam, or dry with a Sunbeam, and let it smooth all your cares away. Men shave faster with a new Shave Master. The swing is to Sunbeam today.
Nothing at all.
Oh, I shouldn't ask questions at Christmas time, should I?
No, that's right. Well.
Now, don't you spend too much. Remember, we agreed not to spend too much money.
No,
now, don't you spend too much money on me, you dickens.
No, I won't, darling. Don't you worry. Well,
I won't ask any questions.
No.
We got a packet from the Bartletts today.
Oh?
After we agreed not to exchange.
Oh.
We'll have to give them something now. I wonder how much Edith spent on us.
Oh, well.
Well. Dinner's almost ready.
All right, darling.
Look at it, dear. Hello? Yes? Oh, why, hello, Mrs. Sheridan. Oh, how are you? Yes, well, how is Reverend Sheridan? I see, fine. When? My goodness, when did it happen? Yes? Yes? Oh, my goodness, it's just one thing after another, isn't it? Yes. Well, of course, I can't imagine Albert doing it, but I'll speak to him. Yes, I'll speak to him right away, Mrs. Sheridan. All right, goodbye. Albert? Albert? Albert?
Yes, darling. Right here, honey. Right here. Here I am, sweetheart. Just upstairs washing up for dinner.
Yes, well, dinner's ready. You want to come to the table? We're having a casserole.
Oh.
Grace gave me the recipe.
Oh, good, fine. Yes, of course, darling. You know, I love casseroles. Ah, well. Oh, honey, that looks wonderful. But then, of course, anything you cook is wonderful.
Ah. You sit down. Help yourself.
Yes, thank you, darling. Oh, boy, well, that certainly looks good. It's not better taste just as good as it looks, too. Hey,
Albert.
Oh, what is this, honey? Surprise? Tuna fish, maybe? Tuna fish in it?
Stew, tuna fish, noodles, celery, peas, mushroom soup. Albert.
Why, it's delicious. Simply delicious, darling. Now, what was it you were worried about, honey? What you were going to give the Bartletts for Christmas, was that it?
That was Mrs. Sheridan on the phone, minister's wife.
Oh.
She wanted me to ask you something. Seems that,
Now, look, Ethel, I didn't do it. I did not do it. Now, listen, we were all throwing snowballs, and I don't think it was my snowball that did it at all. It doesn't have to be my snowball that broke that window. So I wasn't throwing icy snowballs. Harold was throwing the icy snowballs. I wasn't throwing one icy snowball. Mine were just soft snowballs that wouldn't have broken anything. And then somebody yelled, you know, beat it, let's get out of here. And I just instinctively beat it like the rest of them.
What are you talking about?
The window.
What window?
Well, the minister's window. Isn't that what his wife called about?
No, she was talking about the Christmas pageant. What is this about a window?
Oh.
What'd you do, just break the minister's window and just run off?
Well, I wasn't the only one. Harold Pemberton was there, and George Walker, and all those kids, and... Well, anyhow, I wrote out a check. I wrote out a check to... a little donation to the church, you know. It'll more than pay for the parsonage window. I made out a check for $50, a donation to the church, and got it right here.
Money doesn't always take care of everything. I think you should have rung the doorbell at once and apologized, don't you?
Yeah.
Shouldn't you?
Yeah.
Why didn't you?
Well, everybody else ran.
You don't have to do what everybody else does, do you?
No, well, Harold ran, so did Joe.
Well, I don't care what they do. I'm not married to Harold and Joe. I certainly think it's embarrassing to have your husband break the minister's window and then just run off, don't you?
Well, I didn't think. I don't know. I just ran, and then it was too late. And well, besides, I didn't want to. I didn't want to go back then anyhow and see the Reverend Sheridan. You know, I haven't been to church for several Sundays. And
yes.
What'd Mrs. Sheridan say on the phone?
She didn't say anything about the window. I didn't know anything about it. She was talking about the Christmas pageant. I was merely supposed to... Did the minister see you?
I don't know. I don't know. He looked out the window. And
probably the paper boy.
Oh, yeah.
Really, Albert?
Well... Oh, God. How I hate tuna fish.
Oh, well, my goodness. Speaking of the... come in.
Thank
I'm
you.
just talking about you. Come in, yes.
Thank you.
Well, this is certainly a surprise, a very pleasant surprise. May I take your coat?
Yes, thank you. Is Albert home?
Yes, he is, and he'd just be delighted to see you, Reverend
Yes.
Sheridan. Yes, well, won't you sit down?
Thank you.
Dear, look who's here, honey. Well, will you have some coffee, Reverend Sheridan?
Oh, now, don't bother.
Oh, good heavens, it's no bother. I mean, my goodness, it's no bother at all. Won't you, just sit down? Dear, look who's here, honey. It's Reverend Sheridan.
What, did he mention the window?
No, but I suppose that's what he's here for.
Oh, honestly, I feel like a 10-year-old.
And, of course, why you ran off like that.
All right, I did.
Well, just tell him that you'll pay for it.
Well...
That's all. That'll be the end of it. After all, there isn't anything that the minister can do to you anyway.
I know, but it's nice to have him on your side, just the same. Oh, golly.
Well,
All right, let's go.
Well, look who's here, dear.
Oh, well.
Reverend Sheridan.
Well, Reverend Sheridan.
Albert?
Yes.
Nice to see you again.
Well-
I haven't seen you for some time.
No.
Well, we've missed you.
Well, thank you. I've had a terrible cold off and on, and, I didn't want to go to church and, expose all those other people.
Yes. Thoughtful of you.
Yes, I think so many people have had colds lately, virus.
Yes, I think it has a great deal to do with the regulation of heat.
Yes.
Oh, I do indeed,
I
yes,
really
yes.
do. For example, regulating the heat in the church. I shall be very glad when the new addition to the Sunday school room is completed. It's a very drafty room for children.
Oh, is it?
Oh, huh. It reminds me, Reverend Sheridan, I wrote out a little donation to the church today. Not much, you understand. There it is. I was going to mail it, but now that you're here, I might just as well hand it to you in person.
Well, thank you, Albert.
Yeah.
I'll give it to Mr. Whipple, our treasurer, tonight. You know, so many of our communicants have been generous. We may even have our new hymn books by February.
Oh, how wonderful. Did you hear that, dear? Did you?
Oh, yes, yes. Isn't that
nice?
wonderful when you think of it? Yes.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Dear?
Yes, thank you.
What I really came to see you about...
Oh.
You know, sometimes things occur that are completely out of our hands.
Yes, oh, yes, I realize.
We don't know why they happen, but they do.
They do, yes.
Most unfortunate incident occurred today. It happened this afternoon.
Oh, now, look, Reverend Sheridan, you see, the thing was...
One of our three wise men came down with the measles.
One of your three what? Did what?
One of our three wise men came down with the measles.
Oh, the Christmas pageant.
Yes, the Christmas pageant. Really, it's just one thing after another. One of the shepherds tripped over a light cord and broke his collarbone. The tree isn't up, the lights aren't on it, the candy boxes aren't filled, and in addition to everything else, we have a mouse in the pipe organ.
Oh, the poor thing.
Yes. Half the men in the choir are home ill with colds. So you see, we need volunteers to help sing the Christmas carols. And Albert, I was hoping that...
Oh, you want Albert to help out?
Yes, I know how busy he is, but then we all are.
Yes, well, of course, singing. Your wife phoned about this, Reverend Sheridan, but I said I didn't see how Albert could do it because, well, really, he just has no voice at all.
Well, what do you mean I have no voice so I can sing Christmas carols, for goodness sakes? I mean, in a group, I'd be delighted, simply delighted to help you out,
thank
Reverend
you, Albert.
Sheridan.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
Well, I'll be on my way and let you people eat your dinner.
Well, won't you join us? I'm afraid it's just a tuna fish
Oh,
casserole.
no, Mrs. Sheridan's expecting me home.
Oh,
today.
is she? All right.
Well, Albert, I'm glad you're going to be with us. I'm sorry to say we're even more short-handed at this particular time since my son will not be in the pageant.
Oh, don't tell me Danny is ill.
Oh, no, it was just an unfortunate incident. It happened before I left the parsonage. My son was throwing snowballs with a group of children, and I'm afraid the parsonage window was broken.
Oh, well, how dreadful.
Yes. Thank you. Of course, my son admitted at once to breaking the window, but this isn't the first time little Daniel has done this sort of thing. So I'm afraid he won't be in the pageant.
Won't be in the pageant?
No, we're all rather upset about it.
Oh, yes.
It was to be his first pageant.
Oh,
Oh, well, I needn't bother you with my family troubles.
Well,
Thank you, Albert.
well,
Wait a minute, Reverend Sheridan. I'm very much afraid that I broke that window. Yes, you see, I was coming home, and I started throwing snowballs.
That's very fine of you, Albert, to try to take the blame.
No, I'm not trying to. I'm sure it was my snowball that did it.
No, I recognize your motives, and I think it's very fine of you.
Well,
but his mother feels, and so do I, of course, that he must learn the difference between right and wrong.
Oh, but...
Besides, he's already admitted doing it.
Oh, no, Reverend Sheridan, look, I'm sorry I couldn't possibly take Danny's place in that pageant. I mean, after all, you say it's his first pageant, and, well, I'm grown up. It doesn't mean anything to me to be in a church pageant.
dear.
I don't mean that. I mean, I like it. I mean, I don't mean I don't like church.
You're married to a fine man. I just hope my son grows up to be as fine a man as Albert.
Oh,
Good night.
Oh, good night.
About Albert's costume. I'll send over a choir gown. Everyone is dressing at home, you know, to avoid confusion in the church.
Yes.
I'll send some wings if you'll just put some tinsel on them.
Yes, yes.
Wings.
Yes. All the angels are wearing wings.
Angels.
Oh, do you suppose Albert could be a shepherd instead?
Well, I'm awfully afraid we have plenty of shepherds, but we are rather short on angels. Good night. See you in church.
Yes. Good night, Reverend.
An angel with wings.
Christmas, the most special time of the year, with its true spirit of giving captured by this Saturday evening post cover showing Dad receiving his featured gift, the Sunbeam Shave Master, and by Life magazine, Tommy Thurston, the cover girl, opening her most wanted gift, the Sunbeam Mix Master. Tommy, how about stepping out of life a minute to tell us the thrill of opening that special gift Christmas morning and finding it's a Sunbeam?
Believe me, the biggest thrill you can receive is to receive Sunbeam.
That's why in December 5th Saturday Evening Post
And December 7th Light.
we're telling everyone.
Give Sunbeam and you give the finest.
And there's a Sunbeam appliance to please every special person on your Christmas list.
Like America's most wanted gift, the beautiful Sunbeam Mixmaster, the only food mixer to give you all the advantages. Or give the beautiful Sunbeam cooker and deep fryer that cooks the Coffee Master, automatic beyond control. Or you can always give the beautiful Sunbeam cooker and deep fryer that cooks and deep fries and does more things better. And you're always sure to please when you give the beautiful Sunbeam Radiant Control Toaster that's automatic beyond belief. Over 20 million Sunbeam homes are your assurance that when you give Sunbeam, you give the finest.
And the nearly 4 million men who have switched to this latest model Sunbeam are your assurance that Shave Master is his choice, too. That's right. Sunbeam's big, smooth, single, continuous round shaving head is designed to fit your face for closer, cleaner shaves. Compare it to the flat shaving surface of ordinary multiple-head clipper-type shavers that are awkward because they can't fit the curved contours of your face. But see how the Sunbeam just naturally fits all those hard-to-get-at places. Just watch this live shaving demonstration as Michael Kirby shows you how the Sunbeam shaves closer and smoother. See how he can shave in circles to catch the grain of the beard whichever way it grows. You can't do that with flat clipper types. Man, that's close, clean shaving. And you get a 5-year free service guarantee on Sunbeam's famous 16-bar armature reel motor, too. Yes, give him a Shave Master this Christmas. And you can give it on Sunbeam's 10-day home trial that doesn't even start until he opens it Christmas morning.
Yes, this Christmas, make sure the gift you give
Or the gift you get,
is a Sunbeam. Remember, give Sunbeam and you give the finest.
the best electric appliances made. And now, as Tommy and Mike step back into their magazine covers, let's get back to Ethel and Albert.
Honestly, I'm never going to get these wings finished in time. Oh, Mark's fingers, look at the time.
Well, stop fussing. Stop. Look, maybe something will come up and I won't even have to be in it.
I don't know what's going to come up in the next hour. I really don't. And you are due there at 8 o'clock. For goodness sakes, you said you'd be in it.
Yeah, but I didn't know I'd have to wear a costume.
Yeah, where's the rest of the tinsel? Don't tell me I left it upstairs. I must have. Oh, dear.
Sorry, honey. I'll get it, sweetie.
What are you up to?
Nothing at all.
All right.
Hi. Look, I got 4 of the kids. Oh? That's all I could round up. Oh, fine. Where are they? Listen, I'll tell you what you do. Take them around to the kitchen door. Ethel's in there sewing. Take them around there. Tell them I want to talk to them. I'll meet you out in the kitchen. All right.
Who is that?
Oh. Nobody.
Nobody rang the doorbell?
No, well, I mean, it was the wrong number.
Oh. Doorbell was the wrong number?
No, I mean, darling, will you stop asking questions around Christmas time?
Oh.
Well, honey, excuse me, I'm just going out to the kitchen and get a little drink of water. Don't make a sound. Oh, hi, you fellas, how you doing? Listen, now, I'll tell you what, I want you to sign the paper. Have you got it with you?
Yeah,
you got
sure.
the paper there?
Sure.
Well, fine. Did you explain it to them?
Yeah, but they won't sign it.
What do you mean you won't sign it?
I really don't know who threw the snowball that fell off the window. And I don't want to lie about it. I mean, it's Christmas time, and I don't want to get caught in a lie.
Me neither. I think I'm getting a bicycle.
I'm getting some ice skates.
Oh, but look, fellas, look, we got to think of a little Danny Sheridan. Now, you know, he's trying to take the blame for all of us. You know, now, one of us might have thrown the snowball, you know, that broke that window. Now, you don't want Danny, a pal of yours, to take the blame for something you might have done, do you?
No, but...
No, of course not. Well, now, look here. You saw me throwing snowballs, now, didn't you? Now, Joey Adams assigned this, and some of the other kids, you know, and Bobby Peterson. Now, look, all it says here, I, Albert Arbuckle, broke the window, and the following boys saw me throw an icy snowball. See, now, all you got to do is sign that.
Well, let me read it again.
Yeah, you read it again. Well, how about it? Did you read it again?
Well, I don't know. I think I ought to let my lawyer have a look at this.
Your lawyer?
We don't want to sign nothing that could be held against us. You've taken the rap. That's okay. But we have a right to object on the grounds it might incriminate us.
For Pete's sakes, what do kids read these days? When I was this old, I was reading Peter Rabbit and Treasure Island.
They've been watching television.
Yeah.
Albert?
Oh, look, now sign it, will you, kids? Go ahead, sign it. For Pete's sake, give him a pencil, will you, Harold? Now, listen, don't worry about it. There's nothing there to incriminate you. In fact, it may release you from all responsibility for the crime.
Well, we'd better sign it, Mike. I gotta go. Yeah, I'm one of the angels, and Mom said I had to be home in 10 minutes to get dressed, so she'll pat on me.
Attaboy.
Hey,
fine.
You're going to an awful lot of trouble, aren't you, just to get out of the pageant?
I'm not trying to get out of anything. I just want to see that justice is done.
Oh, sure,
Of course I do. How you doing, boys?
Okay, here you are, Mr.
Oh, fine, all signed. Thanks a lot, fellas. All right, run along now.
Bye.
That's wonderful, and be good angels, and much obliged to you. Now, look, Harold, for Pete's sake, get this right over to the Reverend Sheridan's office at home there, will you, like a pal? Do what I can. All right, make it snappy. Right. Okay, bye.
I understand, yes. He circles the tree and stands there until the second chorus of Hark the Herald Angels Sing. Yes, I understand. Yes, all right, Miss Cooper. Oh, don't worry about it. He'll do fine. Oh, he's just delighted to do it. Yes. Well, I'll get him into his costume and send him over right away. All right, Miss Cooper, goodbye. Albert, now, come on. Come on, dear, stand up, please. I'll get into this. Hurry up. Now, there just isn't time to fuss.
Oh, darling.
Come on, now. One sleeve. Get into your sleeve. That's right, now. Come on, now, into the other one. Now, turn around. I got all the directions from Miss Cooper. Now, you gather in the vestibule, dear. You gather in the vestibule, and the organ will play 3 chords. Organ will play 3 chords, and Mrs. Quist will be standing in the Sunday school room behind the coat rack, and when she waves at you, you start down the aisle, left foot first, and you circle around the Christmas tree twice, and then stand there. Now, then, oh, dear, then watch Miss Cooper, and at the second chorus of Hark the Herald Angels Sing, and you get up on the platform and stand behind the 3 wise men. And she said, would you please keep an eye on the 3 wise men because they're constantly tripping over their robes. There. Here. Dear, now. Darling, please, honey, if you sit down, you'll have to fold your wings under you.
Well...
There. Oh, darling, that doesn't look right.
Well...
Oh, you look sweet.
No, I'm not going to do it. I am not going to do it.
Oh, Albert,
I am
now,
not, get me out. I am not going to get up in front of a bunch of people rigged up like this. I am just not going to do it. I would not humiliate myself.
All right, go ahead. First you said you'd do it.
Listen.
All right, you get on the phone yourself and tell the minister you refuse to be an angel.
It isn't fair. No.
Oh, honey, you'll be fine. You're going to be the best one in it.
I'm going to be the biggest one in it. That's all I know.
Yeah, turn around. Now, let me see. Oh, honey, your wings are wrinkled. Well, you can't go with wrinkled wings. I'll just have to press them.
What?
Just stay right there, dear. Won't take me a minute.
Oh, who's... Oh, Ethel, somebody's coming up the walk. Ethel, there's somebody coming up the walk. Oh, golly.
Here.
Ethel, listen,
Hold it.
listen, I don't want to see anybody, and I don't want anybody to see me. Ethel, I don't know who this is, Ethel, but there's somebody coming.
All right. Don't worry. Put up the ironing
Well,
board.
I don't want anybody to see me. You remember?
Oh, Fred.
Merry Christmas!
Oh, Merry Christmas, Fred. Come on in.
Darcy said I was to stop by and pick up a present.
Yes. I forgot all about it. We've had so much excitement around here. I think the present's in the dining room. Come on in, Fred. I'll get it right
Yeah, she
away.
told me to stop. I told her I'd be home early, so I'll probably catch it when I do get home now. We had a kind of Christmas cheer party at the office this afternoon. You know how that goes.
Oh, here. Give this to Dorothy, Fred, and tell her Merry Christmas.
Sure.
Oh, I believe you. No, my husband does. This is Fred Hammond, dear.
Oh, your husband? No. How do you do?
How do you do? I'm an angel.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of nasty weather for flying, isn't it?
Fred, give my regards to Dorothy and tell her...
Have you had any trouble with ice forming on your wings?
I'm telling you.
Say Merry Christmas to Dorothy.
Sure. How old were you when you made your first solo flight?
Fred is going to be in a pageant.
Oh, sure. Oh, golly. Happy landing.
All right, that's all. Listen, get me out of this rig. I am not.
There isn't time to argue
Ethel.
now, for heaven's sake. Here.
Listen.
Oh, the iron is hot. Come on, bend over.
Listen, what?
I've got to iron your wings. Come on. Come on.
Listen, I don't know why I have to go
Come on,
through
for
this.
goodness sakes here. Now, don't get nervous. Just remember, start out with your left foot first and go right down the aisle and circle the Christmas tree. Turn around.
What have
Turn
I
around.
ever done?
Turn around there. Honestly, now, I must have gotten these wrinkled when I... the tinsel. Oh, come in.
Who's that? Listen, I don't want anybody to see me. I don't want... Oh.
Reverend Sheridan.
I know that we're due in church, but little Daniel insisted on speaking to little Albert, so we rushed right over. Daniel?
Golly, Mr. Arbuckle, I'm going to be in the pageant. As soon as Mom got that paper you had the guy sign, golly, she said it was okay. I could be in it.
Oh, well, that's fine. Don't you thank me, Danny. I'm just delighted that you can be in the pageant.
What paper?
You haven't seen it? No. Now, isn't that typical of all fine men? They want their good deeds to go undiscovered.
Yes.
Well, so you're taking my place in the pageant. That's wonderful, Danny. Well, since you've got enough angels, I guess you won't be needing me, Reverend Sheridan.
Daddy, come on, we'll be late. Come on, Dad. Mr. Arbuckle,
Wait a minute, boy. Now, wait a minute. Remember, circle the tree.
That's right. Remember that, fellas, and have a wonderful time.
Aren't you coming?
Oh, no, Danny. I'm not coming.
Gee, Dad, aren't you going to let him be in it?
Oh, no, it's all right, Danny. I really don't mind.
The Christmas pageant? Golly,
No.
Christmas pageant.
No, well, I tell you. Why, of course I'm going to be in the Christmas pageant, for goodness sake. Well, I should hope so. I wouldn't miss the Christmas pageant for anything in the world. I should say not. How about it, Reverend Sheridan? You think you might have room for an extra angel?
We never can have too many angels. Come on, fellas, come on.
Okay, fellas, let's go.
Just a minute, dear. One of your wings is a little bent. There. Oh, dear, you forgot something.
Huh? Oh. Come on, Angel.
Fill all your dreams with a Sunbeam, the product's highest in quality. Make your work lighter and your life much brighter. Get Sunbeam, give Sunbeam today.
Well, folks, this is the new Sunbeam Christmas ad in Life magazine. And right over there is my favorite, the Sunbeam Shave Master. Now, look, why don't you give him one for Christmas this year on the 10-day home trial?
And don't forget the 5-year free service guarantee on Sunbeam's famous motor.
Right.
And now, before we say goodnight, we'd like to thank Tempo Magazine for their very nice story on Ethel and Albert in the current issue. Good night.
See you next week.